The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you go through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now put your lighter in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Put your lighter in the air for love. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
What's up, Just Sports? We're on. Skeleton Crew today. We want to thank those of you that came out to the Hoops for Charity on my birthday last Saturday over at LA Trade Tech. We had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun.
All right.
It was a lot of fun. In studio, Big Feats is back with us, and the historian, Mr. Pierre Daniels. Oh, also last week, we got to see the skills of brother Chris here,
I told you, man.
Yeah, he got skills. He got a little jumper, and
He's not even putting it down.
yeah, he was doing a little something.
Right.
I was impressed. He thought he was doing something by blocking a 60-year-old man shot, but
What?
yeah. But I'm shooting. I'm like he don't know I could do anything.
What?
So I hit about 6, 7, 8 in a row. Then he decides he wants to come over and block my shot. I'm like, okay, yeah, no big deal. I don't care. Man, I'm 60. You know, you're supposed to block at least one of them. What he kept doing was he kept running out there, and he would duck, and I would still hit it. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Whether you put your hand up or you duck, if you don't touch it, it's gonna go in. But he didn't know, so all he could do was oh, everybody said, oh, man, what is it? 18? How old are you? 26. You don't want to say nothing now. You don't want to say nothing.
Yeah. You got sunblock now.
You got sunblock. Yeah. You don't want to say nothing now.
Release the footage.
Release the footage. Oh, I got the footage. I'm going to release it. Yeah?
Oh, man.
You know, he got a few little globe-trotter dribbles, you know, and...
he's just coming off the knee. What's he doing?
Yeah, just little stuff. Yeah. Yeah. See, look at. You don't put the camera on him, you know.
He got a little bit of range?
He got a little range. Got a little 3-point range.
Really?
Yeah, he got some 3-point range. With consistency.
Let me ask you this. Does he have iron in his diet? Is he hitting rim or is it all wet?
It's all wet. I must say, it was wet.
Really? See,
wet
he's with us, man. You with us, man. That's what it is. We done rubbed off on him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. He don't want to admit it. But anyway, moving right along, we've got the... actually, we want to play something that we played when we first started the show a year ago. It's something that we did back in the day. No one has duplicated this since. Actually, Ball Up duplicated something like this, but we still got the lock on it. Nike did this. It was down at the one was at Venice Beach Courts. The other one was at the gas station. We renovated it. Came in. I think Nike spent $250,000 on one night. Oh, it was nice. It was
Nike
nice.
Battleground?
Nike Battlegrounds, one-on-one tournament.
All right.
Caged the guys in there, had the lights, had the dancing girls. G. Garvin came down, did the food, leather couches out there. It was all that plus tax. Roll it, baby.
And where's that again?
Venice Beach.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Actually, they renovated the old gas company. Here we go. Check it out.
I came to party. Your girl was looking at me. She's a haggler, no, I'm not tagging her, but you don't want them boys to come over and start asking you what you wanna do, what you trying to do, what you wanna do, what you trying to do.
You're in the Poppy, say what? That's the man. With his manager Chris and the label the jam, still flossing, showing your rocks. Ain't you dudes heard Grammy, man, we stole your watch. It go Indian style, knees bent and dashiki. Strapped with the baby, BT. Juicy at the bar, looking good in the brown dress. Or the sick and them things in around yet. Persona all thugged out loud and clear. Said straight Henny, just grab me a beer. You see I'm reppin' now, and my mommies, I got no now. Got them clowns at their feet, they high stepping out. Left that rack label, cause I don't like. I'm like a hammer that you hold in your hand. I make hits at the white boy club while I'm buying the bar. They like, hey now, you're an all-star. And go,
boy, I came to party. Your girl was looking at me. She's a haggler, no, I'm not tagging her, but you don't want them boys to come over and start asking you what you wanna do, what you trying to do, what you wanna do.
Cash money.
what you say, boy?
Cash money.
In the Birdman.
Cash money.
Battlegrounds is probably something that should have happened a long time ago.
I'm ready to ball. They ready to ball. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Play hard and try to win.
Win it all, baby.
Take it off. This is for respect.
I am the old school, dude. Come with it.
Scholar, chump change my mood. Scholar, know what I got up in my styrofoam cup. That purple stuff, it was given to me at birth stunt. So that's why I cop the Bentley with the leather and the fur and the guts.
Hey, hold on, mommy, them whips on dubs. Cadillac truck, 28, no rubs. Slide in the Benz, bubble eye lens. Culture in New York, y'all know who win. Birdman, daddy with the Gucci crop. Slapback, truck, no rims, can't holler. It's that Louis Fendi on Ostrich Streets. You tell her, man, daddy, mommy, do you love me?
I ain't gon' change.
I told y'all.
Don't you know it's a way of life?
I told y'all.
Cause I'm about to break it.
I told y'all.
Baby, can't stop the stun.
Bring back that bitch. Pop one, pop two. Them new Nike shoes. Raw blue jag on them 22s. Flip white to green, 500 degrees. In that Cadillac truck on them 23s. I'm the boss of the gang with the money and fame. All these naked women that pop champagne. And these marble floors, they high as Rick James. And if you know my name, you know my gang.
It's Lil Woody from the hot block with serious flow. Gotta get dope. Y'all won't feel me, bro. But y'all don't hear me, though. Till I'm rolling down my window when my grill is show. And you know I'm probably pumping through the hood on them 20.
That brings back memories, bro.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Enron Maxey, king of the court.
How much they spend on that, man?
Those were good times.
How much they spend to produce that?
Woo! Thousands. The one night with the one-on-one, that was $250, and then we had the league out there for 5 years, and they loved that. Then they took it worldwide. So
they'll be at Staples in August. I want to say.
Yeah, that's kind of the new what they're doing now.
And it's the ESPN thing, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
we broadcast.
That's their marketing strategy now.
Or something like that.
I'm not sure about the prize, but yeah, they'll definitely be down there in August, like you say.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about the Lakers and the Summer Pro League and what they're
we kind of
doing?
have to, man. I mean, they just brought in 3 cats. Actually, they got 5, maybe 6. If you look at, Black, I kind of like Tariq Black. They got the big 7'2" dude, Upshaw. He's looking kind of nice. He's a sleeper. They didn't have to get anything for him. And then Hibbert, man, he's somebody that they didn't have to spend any money for. He's at the last year of his contract,
right.
So he's got every incentive in the world to try to hustle. And at the same token, him and Kareem are kind of close. So what the deal is there, every year he comes to Los Angeles and he's been working with Kareem and he's been working out with the Gracies, the martial art guys, to get his footwork together. And a lot of that is about the mental discipline in the whole 9 yards that'll be very helpful for his game. And so that might very well be the gateway that brings Kareem back into the Laker fold, to work with the bigs, because remember the last time he did it, he had a measure of success.
Certainly. Why did what seemed to be the problem with Hibbert in Indiana? I mean, why did they decide to open the door to let him go in the first place?
Everything is conjecture and rumor, man. I mean, I only know what I hear, and far be it for me to either be some type of expert. But the boy has demonstrated that he has skills. I mean, he's had some periods where he can flat out play. Right. But if you get into his crawl space, like Larry Bird and some of the other cats on that team had the propensity to do, man, he just lost his confidence. And it's I don't know, man. You just can't teach certain things.
I never, here recently, and in the barbershop, man, they be killing me. Oh, the Lakers, they ain't gonna get no more championships for another 10 years, and all that. So I'm like, I almost have to believe them because I did hear an interview with Byron Scott, and he was talking about some of the people that they had, and I was like, oh, good, he was in on it. Because I don't trust the front office. I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a basketball fan. And the Lakers at one point were the model for basketball. They were it. If you were playing basketball, you characterized your game after the Lakers, the running style of play, get it down court, showtime, all of that. And for them just to lose that and don't have any remnants of that at all, it's like, who's in the front office? What are they doing? I don't trust.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way, man. There's only one Jerry West, Jerry West, and there's only one Jerry Buss, and we don't have either of them. I mean, as far as I can remember, the Lakers have always had a big man. They've always had a core unit of cats, but they've had to mortgage their future for so long. I mean, the Roosters have come home. The Roost. And so it's really going to be a question of chemistry. We just got to see, man. I think that there's some of these guys are showing some talent, man, but you just don't know, man. You never know until you give them an opportunity to fail.
I have faith in Byron Scott.
I do too.
I think he has demonstrated through his years in the NBA that he can take a group of guys and get them to work as a cohesive unit.
Well, I'm wearing this because of Byron. He's been here.
Right.
So, you just got to give him a chance, man. And I'm glad that they've given him an opportunity to see what's going on, man. I just hope they take the handcuffs off of him somewhat, And like I say, dude, there's only one Jerry Buss, man. I've always said, and this is just my personal opinion, the Lakers really aren't going to be able to make a change until Magic puts together a couple $1 billion and buys a team. When that happens, then everybody's going to come running, here. The only other person I think that could do that would be Jerry West, but he's too loyal since he has ownership in Golden State. He wouldn't leave them right now. But Irv does want to buy the Lakers, and when he puts his mind to it, who's not going to want to play for that team?
And another thing is person who's no longer here with us is definitely very instrumental, extremely important in the Laker war, and of course for the NBA for that matter, is the great Chick Hearn. He made a lot of decisions, a lot of basketball decisions as well.
Assistant general manager. He's the one that brought me in.
There you go. Right, no doubt about it. Yeah, I think the Lakers, they in terms of leadership, certainly, I think the NBA is healthier when the Lakers are playing well. The same way the NBA is healthier when the Knicks and the Celtics are playing well. Those are really the three marquee teams in the NBA. And when you look at the Lakers, when you look at their following, like you said several times, Sonny, it's a worldwide following. Mm-hmm. It's not just U.S., not just NBA. People around the world have followed that brand for well over 40 years. So when you see the way they're playing now, and definitely for the future, they need bold leadership more than ever now. And it remains to be seen where it's coming from.
Yeah, I was just watching the Summer Pro League game in there, and the score was close, but I don't know if they won it or not. I didn't stay to see whether or not they won, but I do remember you alluded to the Lakers of old. At that time, I worked at this barbershop, and there was a guy that worked on the Kareem court side, tall brother with the glasses, Mel Wesson.
I remember that name.
Yeah, and he let us in there for, I think, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So I was in the Forum during those times when everything was exciting and the energy was there, and you can't duplicate that.
Man, when I found my playbook in the garage the other day, and I started looking at some of the names in that training camp, man. And that's back when the Forum was golden. And we used to play this little game, man. Like if people talk about who's the baddest team, or who's you pick 10 guys or you pick 12 guys, and it's like if you pick 15 Lakers, we'll play against. You could pick any 15 guys from any other team you want to. You can have Clippers, Celtics, 76ers, but still give me 15 Lakers, and our Lakers will beat your squad. Think about that.
Most of the time.
I have a quick question for you, Dewan. Yeah. Was PJ your head coach?
PJ was not.
Okay,
it was Jack McKinney was my head coach, and then when
I mean at Seton Hall.
Oh, no. I had Billy Raftery.
Okay.
I had Billy Raftery. I had Wild Bill. The kiss off the glass, Mr. NCAA.
Right.
We were like the Raiders, dude. We had beer in the locker room. Other teams came in to celebrate with us in college. So we were kind of nutty. Our home court was Madison Square Garden, which was bananas, and it was before the Big East. It was ECAC.
Right. Exactly.
But it's the same schools: Georgetown, Syracuse, Princeton, us. Right. Rutgers was in. But Big East, man, was always a big conference.
Let me throw a name out at you, James Bailey.
Oh, me and James used to battle, dude. I got him our first game when they just opened up the new arena in was it Rahway? No, not Rahway. Rutgers is in.
I know what you're talking about. East Rutherford?
East Rutherford. Yeah.
So
we played the first game there, man. I think we lost to them in double overtime.
Wow.
By one, but we was going back at it. And Abdel Anderson, he was the other one. He was a forward. Okay. You are the historian, dude.
I know a little bit about it.
Man. Okay.
He shocked you with that one, huh?
Yeah, he got me with that one, man. And I saw him in my garage, too, when I was going through stuff, man, the other day.
Hey, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Just Sports.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pit Bull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
And we're back. We want to give a shout out real quick to, first of all, Sun Lady.
Yeah, shout out to Sun Lady, of course, every time, which is great. And shout out to Smitty.
Smitty!
Or Donnie Rambo, he's not with us today.
Yeah, where's Rambo at?
Rambo's taking care of some business. He put it like that.
That's what you call it, huh? That's what it is. It's monkey business. What kind of business is it?
He'll be back next week, though.
Okay, yeah. Wonder if he was going to Skype in or what.
I wanted to jump in one, man, because I wasn't here one day, man, and y'all gave me a shout out, man. But I didn't really get an opportunity, man, when you guys were talking about the baddest cat to ever lace him up.
Right.
And my thing is it's really hard to have that discussion because it depends upon what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Who are you referring to?
Well, like you guys were talking about who was the baddest, your Mount Rushmores.
Right.
The Mount Rushmores,
okay.
right? And I was like, man, okay. And when you really think about it, for me, it's all four centers.
Uh-huh.
I'm going with Mikan. I'm going with Russell.
I'm going with Mikan.
Are you serious, dude?
Mikan?
Are you serious, dude?
Start using this behind Mikan.
Everybody did the Mikan. Nobody would be nobody if it wasn't for George Mikan drill, dude. Straight up.
Yeah,
man. If you look at his championships, man,
right?
I mean, he was racking them up, man. Before it was the NBA and the ABA, man. At a time when it wasn't a big man's game. It was a small man's game. Football players, the Cagers, and the whole 9 yards had made that switch.
I can live with
he
that.
He was the first goggle dude that came out there, man, and started beasting, man, with Minneapolis, man. He set he gave everybody hand-eye coordination with the mic and drill, just straight up.
Right.
So, I'll go with Mike, and I got to go with Russell. I got to go with Wilt, and I got to go with Kareem. And that's my four.
Wilt was my hero.
Yeah.
I was in 8th grade. I could jump. I had the headband. I had the elbows, the knees.
And you're back east, too. Played back east.
Yeah, back east. And we hadn't adapted the running style of play as of yet. Everything was half court. So I would just jump up and shovel it the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference.
Well, there's something about that finger roll, man, because I saw it firsthand. And I don't know. You put the camera on me. You got me, Chris? The deal is he would take that ball and he would use his shoulder, and it was like he was fishing. And you could never get to the point where you could block it because he wasn't throwing his elbow, but he cleared you out of the way to make the shot.
Right.
And when he missed it, he was standing up underneath the basket. So to me, Kareem had the most beautiful shot in the history of basketball, but Wilt had the most effective. And it took him 13 years to be the NBA all-time leading scorer. It took Kareem 20 years to catch it.
Well, let's put it like this. Actually, Wilt Chamberlain had broke that record after 6 or 7. It was only about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
When Wilt had scored over 50 points a game one year, and another year he had scored something like 44 points.
49, but he led the NBA in assists when they said he was too a ball hog.
Well, right, and that was in the Philadelphia 76er.
Yeah,
Right. As a matter of fact, when you look at the great Wilt Chamberlain, you're talking about when you played against him, he was a 34, 33, 35-year-old, 3 major operations on his knees.
But he
couldn't jump that high. But he was still as dominant as ever. As a matter of fact, when he left the NBA in 1973, he led the NBA in rebounds. I think he averaged about 19 rebounds a game.
You know the stat that amazed me? I just read the other day looking up on him, man. He had a season where he averaged 72% field goal percentage for an entire season.
And he wasn't just, and his field goals weren't like DeAndre Jordan field goals, like dunks. He definitely had an array of shots that he had. It weren't just like 2-footers and dunks.
Well, here's a defining thing for me with Wilt. 7 rule changes.
I'll give you that.
He used to dunk his free throws. You couldn't put your toe up to the free throw line.
I'll give you that.
Because he used to dunk his free throws.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of bounds plays, over the backboard, he'd just get him and dunk him.
Well, look.
Offensive goaltending, if he got mad at a teammate, he'd snatch your shot out the air and dunk the ball.
Well, he averaged
goaltending, 3 seconds, widening the key.
And he averaged 25 rebounds a game one year. He averaged. That's what he averaged. I mean, one year I think he had something like. In one game he had like 55 rebounds.
Don't forget the 100-point game.
Oh, I didn't mention that. And he could have done that several times if he really wanted to. If he had the Kobe Bryant mentality.
Yeah. And never fouled out of a game.
Right.
Never fouled out of a game. And at a time when they had enforcers that was trying to,
Oh yeah.
Just bully him into a foul.
And remember, at the tail end of his illustrious career, remember, he played with the Lakers for about 4 seasons. One year you could scratch off the list because he had a major operation and he only played in a few games. And when he got to the Lakers, actually Jerry West, but particularly Elgin Baylor, really didn't want him on the team because they thought he was going to take away. He was going to be he was just going to overwhelm in terms of popularity being a star. But out of all those great Laker teams, you see the first championship they won in Los Angeles. Not the Mikan years, but in L.A. was because of the great Wilt Chamberlain.
And Elgin wasn't on that team.
Actually, Elgin was on that team.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No.
He retired in the middle of the season, at the beginning of the season. Right. Remember, like 12 games in.
The historian has spoken.
He retired.
Get it right, Pierre. Get it right, baby. Get it right.
He didn't bring it home.
No,
but here's a trivia about Wilt that a lot of people don't know. Do you know he dunked the ball so hard with such velocity that one time he broke an opposing player's foot? Wow. When the ball came out. The ball came out, hit the dude. He was so embarrassed. He knew it was broken. He said he didn't want anybody to know. He just hobbled down court for the next play, and he waited for the opportune moment to collapse and pretend that it was something else.
You know, even in his 50s, I remember when he was 51, 52, teams in the NBA were still clamoring for his services. They still wanted him to play in his 50s.
When did I sign with the Lakers? 79?
79.
Okay, when I'm in Bill Sharman's office, word comes in that they were going to bring Will Chamberlain back. Because Will was talking about he wanted to come back and he still had his rights.
Right.
And I'm looking at him like, I just signed. You're going to have Will Chamberlain and Kareem? And it's like, no, don't worry. They'd never, don't worry, Dewan. You're going to be a Laker for life. They're never coming back. I'm like, oh, man.
You know, when Kareem... with his illustrious career, you see time and time again they would show shots at Kareem scoring on the great Will Chamberlain. But what they didn't show is how Kareem can become close to guarding Wilt. When Wilt wanted to turn it on Kareem, I mean, he could score at Wilt. I mean, but you see shots at Kareem scoring over Wilt, which is definitely a difficult feat. But Wilt could score at any time he wanted to on anyone he wanted to. As a matter of fact, like I said, he said if he knew Kareem was going after his 31,000 whatever points at the time was the all-time leading score. Okay. Well, no. He was 31,000.
Oh, at the time.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain when he broke it. You're right. Kareem is 38 now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, he said, had he known Kareem was even eyeballing that, he said he would have put that record out of sight.
He could have.
And he certainly could have.
I saw Wilt Chamberlain down at the Joe Weekly Run, Shoot, and Dunk.
Yes, he did.
He came down there with some low-cut cons on. Black, no socks, and just did whatever he wanted to do.
He did. Yes, he did.
That guy is massive.
I remember that. Yes, he was.
He was just huge. He looked like he was deformed. Like this man, this is not real. This is not a real person.
He's an athlete. I mean, he was probably the top athlete. And when he came in the league, he was the Rookie of the Year and the MVP the same season.
Yeah, he played with the
and that was a delay because he got the $1 million with the Globetrotters because they pay him more.
He played with the Globetrotters.
And he could go over to Russia and get paid in diamonds.
Wow,
and furs and jewelry
and women
and champagne, and he'd be on the steps of the Kremlin with Brezhnev.
Wow, that's something.
Because when blacks and/or whites wasn't going to the Soviet Union, and then he would go. I mean, with the Globetrotters, They broke an attendance record for West Berlin Stadium when blacks wasn't allowed to play in stadiums here. They'd go down to Argentina, man, and they'd get like 90,000 people per game. It was ridiculous.
It's crazy. Globetrotters were crazy. I was down in South America with the Globetrotters.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I went there. They just go crazy.
That's why they call them the Globetrotters. I mean, so many great players. Yeah. And then another thing with Will Chamberlain years, a lot of people talk about the Russell years and the way the Celtics handled the 76ers at that time. But you have to understand, Bill Russell played with a team of Hall of Famers. You know, most of the time, Will Chamberlain played with maybe one, possibly two. Then finally he got a team in 1966, 67. And obviously that's when they broke the Celtic streak of winning 8 straight. The 76ers finally broke it. But you see the team that Chamberlain fielded at that time, the 76ers, with Jackson, and of course Cunningham was on that squad, and Hal Greer, I believe he was on the squad.
Hal Greer,
right? You said so many others, and they actually broke. Their record was 68-13, and they finally they won the championship.
I got a trivia question for you. Wilt and Bill Russell were in the same fraternity. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, they both pledged and became in the same fraternity. So that's why when Bill Russell came into town, Wilt would pick him up from the airport. Right. They'd go to his mother's house, his mom would cook, and then they'd go and try to beat each other's brains out. They'd go to the game together. And people didn't know that they were really brothers, man. I mean, they were, the black fraternity.
And another thing about Will Chamberlain off the court, besides the amount of women that I don't know whether it's true or not, but at the same token, he made a lot of excellent business decisions in terms of buying real estate in Century City. He had nightclubs all around the country, primarily like in Harlem. I know he had, and definitely Philadelphia.
Harlem was what was it? Wilt Smalls? What was it? Yeah.
Right. Kareem was going up in there when he really shouldn't have been up.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to wrap it up, y'all. It was fun. We just kind of winged it today. Summer Pro League. We got a clip. We can play that out as we leave out of here, and play that music right behind it. No, you want to do that? Yeah, because you got game, huh? Chris got game. He don't want to do nothing now.
See the footage. Play the footage.
Yeah, we gonna play the footage next week. I'm gonna bring the footage.
Release the footage.
Yeah, I'm gonna release the footage. Watch Chris out there shooting the jumper and everything. But once again, we had some in-studio guests. You guys, thanks for coming and sitting around and hanging out. Appreciate you. But that's about it. Just Sports. I'm your host, Sonny Wells. We're out.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.